Kobylt and Kent when he took office on Monday, and Steve clearly is questioning the legality of many of them. We've been talking to him. This would be the person to speak to about how dangerous this man is as the new LA County DA.
Steve, you talk about them sending the deputy DAs to try to get all the felony sentences reduced or thrown out, which the judges are blocking at this point. But the other half of this, which really impacts people's quality of life day to day, it looks as if misdemeanors are not going to be prosecuted at all.
You're totally correct. He's put out a list of, I don't know, nearly a dozen misdemeanors that he has ordered deputy DAs to not file them, except under some bizarre exceptions that are listed that don't even apply, that won't even be investigated. So, yes, resisting arrest, no filing. Trespass, no filing. Prostitution, no filing. Criminal threats, no filing. This is where this guy is coming from. He's wiping everything off the books, almost like he's his own little personal legislature and governor and judge, for that matter.
Okay, what's the legality?
He really does not know what he's doing.
What's the legality of that? Can he just wholesale refuse to prosecute all these misdemeanors no matter what?
He can set that as a policy, but at some point in time, there are really three options. The Attorney General can say, you are not doing your job, you're not following the law, and we are stepping in, and we, the Attorney General, will work with your deputies to make sure the law is enforced. That's one option. Another option is he just recognizes he's wrong and goes back to the policies that were in place before he got there. He won't do that. He's much, much too arrogant. Third option is recall Gascón. There was a Facebook page put up, I think, on Tuesday. The first day, 90 people signed up. Within 24 hours, 4,000 names. I think that if this guy keeps going the way he's going, he's going to be looking at a recall. He's trampling on victims' rights.
How could he do away with cash bail? We just voted on a state ballot measure, which is going to keep cash bail.
Well, I don't think he can, because bail is the province of judges. 1275 of the Penal Code makes it very clear judges can set bail. They do so according to a bail schedule, and then they have hearings, and they consider factors, and they set bail. He can't arbitrarily, I guess he can arbitrarily say, my DAs will not seek bail, but the judges can ignore him. And they should start ignoring him. The judges took an oath, too. If they uphold their oath, Gascón's silliness goes no place.
So this movement that you say is being financed by George Soros and tech billionaires, it doesn't have a lot of followers within the justice system.
George Soros and his brand of justice has had some success in other parts of the country because Soros throws so much money into it. Philadelphia, they got a Soros DA. Contra Costa County, here in California, Soros DA. I don't even talk about the San Francisco DA. I mean, he's way out there. Ridiculous. Chicago, Soros DA.
Soros is an international financier with a very checkered, shady past. He's in his 80s, well into his 80s. What is the point of doing this? What's in it for him to undo civilized life in Los Angeles?
I can't figure that out. I just can't figure it out. It's beyond me. But you know what? He's raising two sons who believe in the same stuff. They were on his two sons were on, or at least one of his sons was on the vetting committee that picked the vice president for George Biden. So this is a generational thing. George Soros believes it. His sons believe it. And they are impacting the criminal justice system all over this country in a very negative way. Public safety is going to suffer greatly. The criminal justice systems are being thrown into disarray. And George Gascón is just a believer in this, as a follower, and he's a puppet.
And they don't believe the consequences on the streets, or they don't care?
They don't care. They don't care. They just don't care. The first people that George Gascón met with was the Black Lives Matter leaders, and they were telling him, file on more cops. That's his constituency. The way outs, the left-wingers, the radicals, and those that, in some cases, would like to see the overthrow of our government. That's who George Soros listens to and hangs out with. Those are his advisors and his buddies.
And Kim Kardashian too, Steve. I don't know if you heard the audio from TMZ, but he now considers Kim Kardashian a big advisor.
Well, what do you make of that?
Look, if I can get in George Gascon's head, I would be the psychiatrist to the stars. There's something going on in there that if I could figure it out, I would really impress an awful lot of people.
All right, Steve.
He doesn't know what he's doing. He is somewhere between grossly reckless and totally incompetent, or a combination thereof. He does not know the law at all. I'll give you one quick example. He writes a letter to the LA County Chiefs, and he's arrogant. He says, as the chief law enforcement officer for the County of Los Angeles, I am doing this, blah, blah, blah. Well, you know what? He is not the chief law enforcement officer for the county. The government code says the sheriff of the county is the chief law enforcement officer. He doesn't even know what he is pursuant to the law. We had a lot of looting, crashing, rioting, vandalizing last summer. Right now, the looting, crashing, and vandalizing is going on in the halls of the DA's office, and George Gascón is the one doing it.
Well, Steve, I hope you're available, and we can have you on in the future as we chronicle this, because
the recall movement takes shape.
I think there needs a lot of public pressure, and you can explain this better than anybody out there, so people understand what's going on, because I don't think people were paying attention when they voted.
No, we need an informed electorate. I'm happy to do my best to inform them. Wait until you see how he handles what were very serious death penalty cases, murders of police officers, killing of children. He has ordered that the special circumstances be withdrawn. They can't even get LWOP under his procedures and policies. This is going to some crazy places.
All right, former LA County District Attorney Steve Cooley, thanks for coming on.
Really, it was great to have you
guys.
All right,
offering his perspective on the dangerous LA County DA George Gascón. More coming up.
John and Ken, KFI.